Welcome to the Joe and Jada podcast review brought to you by me, Mike Dunham, and remember, we keeping it brief. On today's episode, Stove Guard Cooks was the guest. Joe started out by telling us how beautiful Syracuse looked as he was flying over, and then looked at Stove Guard and asked him, where you be hustling at exactly, like he was going to tell him. Then we had an early story from Champagne Kiss where he was telling us that he's been a longtime Syracuse fan and was telling us as a young lad how he cried when they lost the chip. He also got into a little bit of his relationship with Melo and him knowing him in Baltimore before he got to Syracuse. Stove Guard also told us how he got on those 3 joints on that West Side Gun album, Awesome God. If you haven't heard it, check it out. He also did the hook from the Clips album and freestyled a little bit for y'all. He told us about that 1,000 Gram Academy. Yeah, you'll definitely be talking to y'all. Look, Champagne Kiss is funny as shit, man. And he not letting no more bags slide past no more without him getting in on that, man. So look, why when Joe was telling us about how fly they dress upstate, he went on a side tangent and was telling us that Ari Spears had on a Walmart special when it looked like he wore it 100 times. Kiss like, yo, how you gonna throw him under the Amtrak? He like, nah, but he's the best guest ever. But look, the mayor caught some strays again. And if you haven't heard Reasonable Drought, make sure you go ahead and check that out. Look, Joe was talking big shit to y'all podcasters, letting you know he definitely still on y'all heels. And look, Joe was telling us how he got kicked off the Khalid album for being too low, for real. Yeah, that's wild. Then we got into a little bit of ringtone talk. Luda got his money. The labels ran off with everybody else's. And now, in food talk, Fat Joe says, look, man, the air fryer makes a mean chicken wing. But look, go ahead and like and subscribe, man. Holler at me in the comments, man. I'll be around, you heard?